The revive system of Warframe as we know it right now in 2019 consists of 4 revives by default and either 5 or 6 depending on if you have 1 or 2 rank 3 arcanes equipped on your Warframe, and also players can revive themselves in missions when they're playing with other players. However, prior to Update 18, the Second Dream, this was not the case, as players used to have 4 revives per Warframe that they owned per day, and if depleted they would not restore until the next day, or until they paid via a platinum purchase to restore their count. The platinum cost per revive was 3, which meant there was a maximum payment of 12 platinum if a player had depleted all 4 of their revives for a Warframe. Now during this period of time there were also a number of posts about this system, stating that the revive restoration for platinum was predatory, as it preyed on new players who would only have 1 Warframe and it would end up pushing those players away, which was the case for a number of players who had shared their thoughts about this old system. There were also a number of threads asking if players had spent platinum on revives and other market-based items, and a number of players did reply with their experiences. Prior to the revives being tied to a basic click function, they were attached to an item titled Revive Booster, that according to a forum post by Rebecca in October of 2012, had to be equipped into a gear slot and activated when the player was down. This item was later removed from the game, but in my research I could not find any definitive date for when those changes were made to the revive system. However, in December of 2012, within Update 5, there were some patch notes that said changes were made, where they said, "New and improved revive system includes temporary invulnerability." There was no further information. According to a number of players across the board, from the Warframe forums, the Warframe subreddit, to even GameFAQ posts, revives were once capped at 4 per day per account, but was later changed to the aforementioned 4 per Warframe per account per day. However, I could not find any visual evidence to support those comments, or any posts from DE staff or changes about that system. I even contacted DE for further information, but they could only find the changes that had occurred in Update 18. The Revive Restoration for Payment system was in place up until December of 2015, with the release of the Second Dream. But before I read the changes, DE commented on the system's removal in October of 2015 during DevStream 61, where they said the following.
How to get those drop tables.
Him and Mark Watney. Yep. Yep. So what's up?
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Revive system. This doesn't have an asset to support it, so multimedia guys, don't worry about it.
It actually has an interpretive dance to go with it. Actually,
Yeah.
All right, sure.
So the Revive system, from time to time we get bugs coming in. I have -1 revives.
Yep.
We get new players saying I burned all 12 of my new player revives and I don't know what to do. What's the fate of this system in Warframe?
Well, I'm almost nervous to say this, but we're going for 18. I think we're going to try. I know we're going to try removing paid for revives.
So this is to say you still only have 4 permission.
Yep.
5 if you have an arcane.
Yep.
But if you use them all and you get back to your ship, you're restocked.
Just refill. Yep. Yep.
So you don't need to pay.
Yep. So we're, that's kind of what we're doing.
So we're not going to revive the revive system.
Our intent is not to revive the revive system. No.
I am very excited about this.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at the stats about who pays for revives and when they pay for revives and that sort of thing, and it kind of looks like it sort of favors people that don't know any better.
Yep.
And so that meant take it out. There you go.
I think it's good because I would be afraid to see the results of players, new players coming in, burning all the revives, having no other frames to use, and then just getting hammered in missions for 24 hours straight. So.
Yep. It's not I think the best parts of Warframe that people have come attached to are supporting the game with money by getting cool stuff, or really augmenting their play versus paying for failure. That tends to be something that isn't nearly as much fun. So that's what we're trying to do.
Love it. Happy to see this happening.
All right.
High five.
There you go. Revive 2.0.
Revive 2.0 is that there is no revive.
Yep.
This is just the platinum revive system. This isn't like reviving your friends in game. Hopefully that's clear.
That's always been, you could always do that.
Yep. Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Let's go into...
Now with that clip played, the next note about these changes, it was highlighted in a PC Gamer article under the title, "Warframe's next update will alter death." Now December came round and the changes went live under Revive 2.0 in the patch notes of Update 18, the Second Dream. They said, "Players now have 4 revives available per mission. Returning to your landing craft will refresh all revives between missions. Players can no longer purchase revives in the arsenal, and revives used in missions will have a small cost of approximately 10% of experience for each revive used." Now, as stated, that update removed the payment option tied to revives, and the next change to the system came during 2017 in hotfix 21.3.1, where Quick Revive was implemented. We have added a Quick Revive option when running non-solo missions. If you're downed, you will now be prompted to hold X to respawn during the bleed out state. If you chose to Quick Revive before the bleed out timer runs out, you'll respawn in 3 seconds. If you chose to not use your Quick Revive before the bleed out timer runs out or before the teammate Sentinel revives you, the standard revive option will become available. And the Quick Revive option is also available to you in solo missions if you have a Sentinel equipped with the Sacrifice mod. Update 21.5 later prevented players from reviving a self-reviving player. And in hotfix 21.5.1, DE reduced the self-revive time to 1 second down from 3. With the following caption: "This is in an effort to make it a quick decision in the heat of battle. We don't want scenarios where teammates try to revive you as you choose to end it and are unsure why they can't do anything for 3 or more seconds." Now that does conclude this episode of Warframe History. If you believe I missed any information about the history of the revive system, and of course the payment structure, make sure to leave your information in a comment down below with sources, or if you just want to leave a comment on how the system has evolved, you can do so down there as well. Now you can also check out previous Warframe History episodes by clicking the annotation on your screen right now. It'll take you right to the playlist. There is currently videos on the Helios collectible nerf and revert, the history of arcane helmets, a collection of all DE statements on the HEMA, and a DE vs Retalius episode.